Hi you guys, welcome to Something Reborn Thursdays. My name is Birgit Heffler. I'm the owner and designer of Something from Somewhere, organically reborn furniture and decor. I come on, for those that don't know me, every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and I take something old, unwanted, from sometimes even gifted to me, and I make it into something beautiful for your home decor, or just then sell it on my website or my shop. So today I'm gonna be doing something that I've not done before, and that is sand and turn an, well, it was a counter, it was my counter, and now it's actually the idea that I have in mind is to turn it into an island. It's a perfect size for like a kitchen island in any kitchen. And I'm going to show you in a little bit what I've done so far. I want to show you what I've done, meaning in the sanding department, for example, or stripping. I've come across a few different ways of doing it, and I wanted to show you what I've done, how far I've gone. And then I want to paint it, and I want to go and use milk paints most likely, because I want to go with that chippy kind of look for like a farmhouse style, kitchen style look, which is quite popular right now, shabby chic. But bear with me, it's gonna probably take a few shows or lives to show you how to finish this project. And this stripping, really, it's quite a job, let me tell you. I've done it before, and I usually just kind of sand with a very coarse sandpaper, and it comes off pretty easily. I've never had to really use any type of products to strip. And I do have a particular one that I bought. I haven't really used. I used it today, I'm not gonna lie, for the first time. And it's pretty cool. And it is as natural probably as you can get. And I'll show you that. It's called, and you guys probably have seen this before, City Strip. And it's a stripping gel for paint and varnish. And why I've had to use this was because once I started sanding, I realized that the top counter of this piece had a lot of layers of paint and had some varnish, and it was really taking me a long time to just sand. So I'm gonna push back my display here of the video so that I could show you what I'm doing, the piece, and we'll go from there. Let me just see if I can see your comments from here, because you're a bit far away, so that I'm able to answer any questions that you have. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you for being here, you guys. I totally appreciate you being here. So let's see how this works. Just give me a few. Thanks for your patience. All right, here we go. All right. So let me push this piece back so you can see what I'm working on. So thank you for being here. So let's see. I don't know if you can see it here where I am. All right here, this is the top of this counter. Everything was black. Oh my goodness, it started to rain. All right, I think I'm safe for now. So all this was this color, and I don't know if you can see here, it shows different, there's other layers. It was like something white underneath, but it was sealed as well. So that I realized once I started sanding, and it was just this little part here that I did, took me, oh my gosh, almost 2 hours. So I had to come up with another idea. And that's when the stripping gel came on. So the way that you do it, and I'm gonna show you, I pretty much just poured some of this, if you guys can see here, in a little metal bucket with one of these cheap brushes. And I left this area just as is. I hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Because it's raining like crazy. Woo! Just started raining. Hold on, let me push back. Sorry about that. This is a little better. Hi, Marta. Thanks for being here. All right, so I think that's pretty good. So the way this really works is just pour a little bit, like I said, with a chippy brush, and just put it on the area that you're going to be taking the paint off. You want to strip. You guys can see there? Sorry, I had to move in because it started raining. Okay, so right here, and you leave it on for like 30 minutes or overnight. It starts kind of making little bubbles, and then you can take it off with a spatula. They recommend a plastic one, but I tried it and it didn't work well for me. So I used one of these. It worked great. So once you see that it's kind of popping up, I just started stripping and it started coming off. If you see that after 30 minutes, you're trying to take it off and it's still not coming off, you can always go back, put some more, let it dry a little bit, and then go back again and take it off. I think it's going to be easier than sanding. This is just in that case, okay? This is what I came across, you guys. I'm explaining to you that when I was doing it, I wasn't sure what was underneath. And in the past, I've really just sanded and there was no problem. But this time, it had so many layers that I was like, no way. I have to do it a different way. And this is when this came in. So this is awesome because it smells kind of like orangey. So it's also safe for using indoors, in case you were wondering, because I don't like to use any chemicals, and it's also biodegradable, so it's really cool. I really love this if you need to use stripping, formulas, okay? So I'm just putting some of this on here. I've already stripped this, put it on, taken some off. Put more, because obviously there's still more, and we're going to strip it here live so you guys can see how that's done. And we'll probably go as far as trying out 2 different stains that I want to incorporate in my counter, because what I want to do is turn this counter into an island for a kitchen, but make the top be like a butcher block. So that it's, the natural wood, it's pine, I believe, because this is what I'm seeing here. I don't know if you guys could see the little, over here, the nuts from the wood. And then I sanded it lightly, and I believe it's pine. So this should actually look really pretty stained. And that's where I need your help to help me, and also what color to paint it. But the stain itself, I have 2 choices. I can either go with the hemp oil, which is non-toxic, and if you cut food on it, it's really for like a chopping block. It also seals it. And then you have this other one. It's also all natural, but now this one has a stain. So it's a dark oil, also non-toxic. So I want to do maybe like a little bit of a sample on the wood and see what it looks like, which one I want to do. I'm not sure yet, so help me, okay, you guys? So first, let's just do some of this. Let's strip this off. So this already has some of that citrus stripping gel. And I just wanted to show you how it comes off. I hope you guys can see me from there. So now it's coming off really easy. You want to have some other kind of piece of cloth material because it can get pretty gooey. You see this when I came and stripped it? So then you kind of want to have something where you can just kind of take it off. It's not one of the most neatest, cleanest thing to do, but when you're doing this type of work, I'd say this is probably the easiest way. So using this gel and then just stripping it off, and then you sand over it. So let's just do that. I didn't mention, and it's important, this is non-toxic what I'm using, but always just in case, if you guys are sensitive to any kind of ingredients, to always wear gloves and obviously, goggles if you're gonna be sanding, and also a mask so that you don't breathe in any of the dust and any of the powder. So for right now, I'm just putting the gloves on, and let's just start stripping. I'm gonna try to see if I can bring you guys closer so you can see what this looks like. pretty cool. So this I did earlier, and I put some more of the stripping gel, okay, for those that are just coming in right now. And now I'm just kind of going over it again. So cool. So have any of you guys, look how cool this is. Really, you see it has all these layers, because it had black and had white and had a sealer. So have any of you ever done this before? Any experiences, any kind of products that you guys recommend? Maybe a project that you've been wanting to strip, take the color off. I suggest if you want to try it, try first with just sanding. And I use my sander, which I love. It's nothing extraordinary, but for those of you who are just starting, it's a Ryobi, and it's wireless. And I buy the, the sanding paper, and then this is a 220, 80. They have them in all different coarse, strengths. And it comes with a battery, so you just charge it, and it's pretty easy. Just turn it on and you just start sanding. So we'll do that once I take some of these layers of paint off. So you guys can see how cool. What, Sergey, you like to try it? All right, cool, thank you. You will. You're gonna help me. So check this out. It comes out. I know it's pretty gross. It looks pretty gross. It's like gooey. It's like gum. But oh my God, so much easier. I started today. I don't know if any of you were with me last week. I showed you the shop, and I gave you a tour, and I showed you this piece that I'm working on now. And I said, okay, we're gonna do it together and sand it, but I wanted to kind of test it out first and see what I was coming across. And when I started sanding that first piece that I showed you, I was like, oh my goodness, I am never gonna finish, because it took forever, so many layers. So that's when this whole stripping gel stuff came. Thank God I had some. I thought I had bought one, bottle a long time ago, and it came in handy now. So yeah, because if not, this would take many a days to take off the way I was doing it. All right, so what else are you guys up to? Anyone? Any projects? Hi, Rodrigo. Thanks for being here, you guys. So, I'm in a bit of a limited space right now where I'm doing this. Because I was sanding, I brought the piece to the front of my shop so that there's more ventilation. And I don't really have room here right now to kind of turn the piece around so that you could see what it looks like on the side. If you guys recall, let me see if I can show you from this angle what it looked like now that it stopped raining. Wow, that was like all of a sudden out of nowhere, it just started pouring. So it's a pretty long, really cool size, counter size table, and I had it as a counter. And I had painted and put butterflies on it, and now I want to totally, completely change the look. I think it would be a great island for a kitchen. So I'm stripping the top all the way down to the wood. I want to stain it and turn it to like a cool, like butcher block. And then the black that you see here, because it's got really cool legs, painted in like a cheapy paint, either a white color or like a light green color, and allow the black to come through the cheapy paint. And I think it will look really cool. Many kitchens right now are using that look, and it looks really, really nice. So hi, Rodrigo, how are you? So I am just going to be stripping for now. So if you guys have any questions about this, by all means, ask me. So when you want to use, types of strip, products, is when if you start sanding, you start seeing that there's more than one layer and it's taking you forever. And that's actually what happened to me. I started just with my 80 grit and my sanding machine, and it took me too long because I realized there were too many layers to go through. And if you use it too strong, then you start eating up the wood, and I didn't want to do that. So that's when Plan B came along. And for those that are just coming in right now, this is what I've used, and oh my God, it is absolutely awesome. Smells good, it's biodegradable, so it's as natural as you can get. And in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you just put it on with a cheapy brush, which are, you know, you find them anywhere. Also Home Depot. Pour it in a little container and just kind of like paint over where you want to strip it. Wait, and then use a spatula. They recommend a plastic one, and I know I'm repeating myself, but in case for those that are coming in just real quick, I don't know, I found this one to be much easier, the metal one. So I am, if you guys could see, just, well, it just comes off pretty good, pretty easy. And try to do it with the grain, going with the grain of the wood, okay? And obviously, this stuff, you want to have a garbage nearby and throw it away. But it's not hard. It just takes time, you know? A little bit of time. But it's a great like weekend project, and what you can do. Especially this butcher block stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I love them. I see those kitchens, I have those huge islands, and the whole island, the top is this beautiful piece of wood. And because you know, you can sit on it, you can cook on it, like chop vegetables on it, and it's part of your kitchen. And I think it looks really beautiful in the decor. So this part is probably not going to be ready yet, because that's the part that I just put the stripping you know, mixture in there, and so it's gonna still take a little while, but I want to show you. Let me see if I can bring the camera close so you guys can see what happens. It starts kind of like bubbling. Hope you can see here a little bit. Can you see? It starts like bubbling up. So you can try it out and test it out. And if it starts coming off easily, I got a phone call. Sorry, I forgot to change the setting. Like I was saying, you can pretty much take it out, and in like 30 minutes, just kind of try it out a little bit and see how easy it comes off. If you don't find it that it's coming off easily, just let it stay a little bit longer, up to 24 hours, that's okay. And then you can come back the next day and continue where you left off. All right, cool. So I'm gonna leave that there. And I want to just clean this part off a bit. So if you, after you take everything off, they say that you have some really tough spots that are not coming off, you can always use a little bit of paint thinner, natural, or well, mineral spirits. There's some that like have no smell, and just put some on a cloth as well, and just kind of go over the part that is not coming off. It helps it thin it out as well, and then you can sand over it as well. So that's like another trick that you could use. No, I'm not using this right now, Rodrigo, thanks. And I'm actually like one of those that I already did. I do the mask when I was sanding earlier, and this is actually non-toxic. So this is good if I don't wear a mask. If anything, is mostly for maybe the eyes, so you don't have anything if it splashes or splatters in your eyes. But you're right, I mean, I should, but if not, I won't be able to speak. Okay, and I'm by myself, and I'm outside. And even though I'm outside, just so that you know, this actually can also be used indoors. So it's pretty safe indoors, okay? So I'm outside, so I'm actually even better. Thanks for your concern. Thank you. All right, cool. All right, you guys. I know I don't want to bore you with this, because it is a bit time consuming to take and strip this off. But I wanted to give you you know, my advice, my experience on how to do this, and so that you can try it yourself. I'm gonna probably continue, obviously, because if not, it'll be boring. We won't finish here until who knows when. And you know, finish off the top, sand it, and leave it all really nice, and you know, just the wood, the plain wood. And we will stain it the next time. But before we leave today, I want to get your opinion on what stain I'm going to use. So that's something that we can do together. Okay? Sorry about that. This is still going to take a few more times. Came out pretty good. There's still some residue, I can feel it. So this I'm going to do right now really quick to show here what color I think I want to stain it. And also sand down a little bit of this side, because it's going to take a little while. I mean, it's going to take a few layers of the stripping gel, kind of taking it off and then sanding it, seeing if there's any spaces left that are, you know, still with paint, and then putting more of that stripping gel on. But once it's done, it looks really, really, really nice. And it's possible. So you see, now I'm putting my mask on because I am going to sand a little bit. And I have a 220. Sorry, I have a 220. I'm going to change it to an 80. This is still kind of gooey. I hope you guys can hear me with the mask. This is still kind of gooey, but I'm gonna go with it with the 80 grit just to start taking some of that, you know, gooey stuff, and then just see where I'm at, and then continue from there. Hi, Ann. Thank you for watching. Welcome. All right, guys. Let's see. Sorry about the noise, but I have no other choice. What happens with the gel a little bit. I mean, and that's normal. So let me show you. You see how I just sanded, but it still looks like some spots are like grayish in here, and it's actually almost like gum, because it's got the stripping gel still on it on the wood, and I haven't gotten to the actual wood yet. I mean, it's been stripping layers of paint and sealers and so forth. So what you want to do, again, you know, go with the spatula and just strip it off, okay? But it helps when you're with a sander, you know, to just like kind of like move it around, and little by little it just starts taking it off. So hold on, I'm gonna grab another one of these. All right. I hope you get the idea, you guys. Do you have any questions? Have you ever, anyone has ever used any kind of stripping chemicals, materials, or even tried to sand maybe a piece all the way down to the core, to the wood? It's gonna look like a mess before it actually starts looking like anything, but I promise it's gonna look really nice. It's just going through that right now. This is a mess right now. It's an old piece. I got this actually, I don't know, a while ago, probably about 2-3 years ago. I liked it. At that time, I wasn't really doing furniture still. 3 years ago, I just got started, and I found this piece and I thought it was really cool. I love the legs, and I left it its natural way, never did anything to it. I just added those butterflies. And when I needed a counter, it was perfect. But now that I have a counter, I don't need it anymore. And I don't think, the black really did it justice. It could be much nicer. And discovered that it had this really nice wood, pine on top. So I'm like, it would be a perfect little island in a kitchen, or like a little nook if you wanted to use it like a little counter, dining room table / counter in the kitchen, or so I said, let's make it into an island. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. I know it's a little bit boring this time, but I promise we're gonna have some fun. So you know what? If you don't have any questions about this, I'm gonna finish this on my own. So next Thursday, I will show you what it looks like, hopefully already done, looking better. And finish off this piece over here, the black one, because it's gonna take a little while once I strip it off. So just important things to know is once you take off all those layers, you want to sand it to make it nice and smooth, okay? Like I did over here. I'll push this back again and bring you down so you can see this area here, okay? So this has been completely stripped down. You see the difference. So it goes from here to here, to this part, to this part. Now this is the raw wood. So what I did is I went with my 220 sandpaper and I smoothed it out. Okay, because the 80 grit makes it a little bit, kind of coarse. You want to smooth it out. And so now what I want to try out, and hold on, I'm going to fix this a little bit, still some here, is the stain. You guys, I'm having I know I want it to look like a butcher block, and I don't know what the color exactly is going to look like with just the hemp oil or the dark oil. And that's what I want to try and see what you guys think. Hold on, I have to sand down a little bit here. So let's just do like a trial of the color, and you guys help me. Tell me which one. I'll post it also, okay? So in case there's others that want to participate and give me your feedback, please, please, please. So this is the oil wax. It's also natural, non-toxic by Sweet Pickens. This is color. And I'm gonna put some in here. And again, just use a little cheap brush. Hold on, I'm gonna go get one. Sorry, you guys, hold on 1 second. I'm back. All right, so pour it in a separate container so you don't contaminate it. And you guys can see this spot here? Okay, I'm gonna do it with the dark oil wax by Sweet Pickens, and let's see what color we get. You want to let the wood absorb it, and don't, put too much, not too thick, just enough so that the wood absorbs it. Let's do that spot there. So that is the dark wax. And now let's do another spot next to it. Move you back, you guys can see good over here to see the difference. Okay, so let's do now a little bit of this is the hemp oil. It's a natural hemp oil, also by Sweet Pickens. It's non-toxic and child safe and food safe. So this is great for putting food and if you're cooking on it. So, and you can always moisturize your furniture as well too. So this would be the other part. This would be the other oil. This is the hemp. Let's see. And it also serves as a sealer. So there's really nothing to do. You just just paint both of them, and then you probably want to just take any excess off. This is the dark oil. And then this one, the hemp oil. So what do you guys think? Any comments? What do you guys think? Which one? Which one do you like more? The natural hemp oil or the dark oil? I'll post it, you guys. You may be the ones that want to see this video after. You can give me a feedback. And then I'm thinking for the rest of the body to do it in a white or greenish color. Also by Sweet Pickens. And I have the samples here. This one's called Flour Sack. Let me bring the camera up now so you guys, I can see you. All right. So this is called Flour Sack by Sweet Pickens. So this is milk paint, and what it does is gives you that kind of chippy look. So I'm thinking because the bottom is black, and I'm not going to strip the whole counter. No way, no way. So I could either paint it smooth or paint it with milk paint, which always gives that cheapy, look. And I think it'll look beautiful because it's gonna crack and some of the black will come through. So that's what's gonna make it look kind of like that old, vintage, old world charm. Like it's been sitting for a long time, but with the butcher block in the kitchen, I think it'll look gorgeous. So you guys, and you think dark oil? Yeah? You like the dark oil? All right. Yeah. I think so too. It helps bring out more of the grain of the wood. All right, you're the winner, and because you know what, you got back. You are the one that participated and went out and said something. So I was thinking too, because I'm waiting for it to dry a little bit more, and as it's drying, I see that the grain of the wood is showing more on the dark wood, and I think it will look pretty cool. All right, so here we go. Like, I have Flour Sack. It's a pretty popular white. I don't know if you can see here a little bit of a sample. It's not like your shiny, I don't know, fluorescent white, but it's a really nice white. The other color, I hope you can see a little bit of the sample here. It's like a old vintage, it's called Sweetie Jane, kind of like vintagey green. Dark also, Sergey? Awesome. All right, dark it is, you guys. I'm getting more people with the dark oil on the top. So I have this that I chose. I mean, I have so many, but I think I want to stay with like a lighter white and the white tones because you've got that black underneath. I don't want it to be too crazy, and with the dark, I want it to be quite natural for, you know, anyone to use in their kitchen. So I think I'm waiting for you guys to tell me, but should I go with a color like a light greenish vintage color or more on the white tones? So that will be the second poll. So you guys, I think that's gonna be for today. Let me turn you up here. So you see all that in the back that you see up here are all the colors. If you want to go beyond and check the website and see all the different colors and give me some feedback, awesome, on what colors, you know, in the whites, that would be awesome. That would be great. That would help me a lot. But anyway, I am really thankful you guys were here with me today. I know it was a lot of talk this time because it's the beginning of a project, and usually, you know, it takes a little bit of a time to explain what I'm doing. But now for next week, we can actually get our hands dirty. I'm gonna strip this guy off, sand it down, and then we're going to stain it together. So that should be really cool so that you can see the transformation on the wood, and that'll be beautiful. And if we have enough time in the next one, we will start painting. So I'll show you how to mix the milk paint, and we'll start doing at least the first layer of the milk paint. If we don't have time, we'll do it in the third one. But we'll take it step by step because this is quite, you know, a project. It's not something that is going to be done overnight. I want to show you how to do it and us together transform it together, okay? Hi Kim, thanks for watching, thanks for being here. So again, thank you for being here. If you guys are just tuning in, you can always watch these videos on my live tab on Facebook. They're recorded, and you can always go back and check them out on my Facebook page. That's Something From Somewhere, and also my website. The website is called somethingfromsomewhere.com. I am a retailer for quite a few brands, top brands like the Sweet Pickins Milk Paint and Iron Orchid Designs, transfers and molds and clays and a bunch of really cool DIY stuff. So if you are wanting to give it a try, you're not sure, I'm always available to help you. You can always send me an email at info@somethingfromsomewhere.com. I actually do have quite a few clients that are so awesome, and when they buy my products, they love them, but they love because they feel comfortable, that they know what they're doing when they didn't, because I explained to them how, and they are getting great results, and they're so happy that they tried it. So that makes me happy to help you. So I'm here to inspire you, and I hope that I have to go out and to create something from somewhere and make it beautiful. So have a beautiful rest of the night, and I will see you next week on Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be posting some of these pictures, you guys, of what we did today. And anyway, thanks again for being here. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.